take. Yeah, yeah, before I break. I'ma move along, forget about the past, get my life back on track. It's hard to find that sweet serenity in a world that lacks empathy. I said, wait, there's only so much that I can take before I break, before I wait. Yeah, there's only so much that I can take. Yeah, yeah, before I break. I said, wait, there's only so much that I can take before I break, before I wait. Yeah, there's only so much that I can take. Yeah, yeah, before I break.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the local hub with Ready Teddy and Gio. How's everybody doing this weekend?
It's honestly, it's a really cloudy, rainy day outside, but you know we're gonna lighten up that mood with Sunday Brunch from Orange County. How about we start with introductions? Tell us your name and what role you play in the band.
My name's Carrie, and I play guitar and keyboards mostly.
My name's Chandler, and I sing and play the keyboard.
I'm Dave, and I play guitar.
I'm Quaid, and I play drums.
And I'm Hayden, and I play the bass.
Awesome. Thank you all for coming in and sharing your story. Let's start with the name, Sunday Brunch. Where does that come from? Why that name? It's very convenient for today.
Well, Sunday Brunch came about me and Hayden. We were driving. I think we just had like practice with a couple of the guys, and we were going to meet up on a Sunday. And I was like, "Oh, we should be like the Sunday Brunch crew, you know, like
Yeah.
meet up and practice on Sunday." And Hayden thought crew was a terrible idea, so he was like, "Oh, this would be Sunday Brunch. That'd be kind of a good name." And that's kind of just how it came about.
Yeah, and who doesn't like Sunday Brunch?
Exactly.
It's perfect. So what genre would you identify your music?
Tough question.
Exploratory.
I think we like to cross genres a lot. We like to experiment, with our sound, and we don't really like to get tied down by a certain genre that we're in. We just like to make music.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
Yeah,
Sounds cool.
you do not need any boxes, right? Labels.
Exactly.
And it's free flowing. Awesome. So, how long have you been together? Tell us a story behind Sunday Brunch. How many years have you been together? How did you all meet?
Well, really, we all met around the same guy, Carrie, our guitar player. And that was about, I think, like a couple years ago. This summer it'll be 2 years, actually, when we all officially became like a band. And so, yeah, I guess you could say he's the guy that brought the whole band together, really.
Right on. What has inspired you to make music?
The people I listened to growing up, whether it was pop music, whether it was, rock music, whether it was rap music, anything like that, I guess. But if I had to pick like a certain artist, like John Mayer, I guess he's my boy. He's a good. I play the piano, but he's a great guitar player, and he's just super. You're talking about passion. He's so passionate when he plays, and he's a cool dude too.
Yeah. What are other influences from others?
I think the Grateful Dead is probably our biggest collective influence as a band. Not only musically, but mostly just the way they approached everything.
Yeah.
Once again, kind of that open box idea, that I think translates into a lot of especially our live shows. So, yeah.
Get some.
Definitely. I think for all of us though, like we've all been inspired by so many bands like throughout our whole lives, and it was just kind of like a serendipitous meeting through Carrie that we all came together, and it's worked out really well since.
That's unique because one thing I like about how you guys like enjoy like past artists, like Jerry Garcia, of course. Grateful Dead is one of the greatest bands, I think, as well. The thing about with a bunch of artists like today, they're not really familiarized with past like artists, legends, and that's why I admire you guys, knowing history. I mean, I think as far as anybody that that loves music, they got to know where it all started from, and so that's one of the greatest things I like about you guys, because you guys admire that, you guys know your history, and that's cool. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and you're really such a young band. Like, you're all really young adults. And did you ever imagine like this is something that you all wanted to pursue when you were younger? Was that always in there, like the music aspect and creating, or any like creative forms? Like, did you have any hobbies before music?
Or anybody in your family play music?
Yeah, both my parents for the longest time were the head of like the worship music at a church in Yorba called Yorba Friends Church, actually, and they were the head of music there for I think like 15-20 years. So I give a lot of the credit to them too, and my grandpa's a composer too. So
that's cool.
It's just it just runs in the family.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice.
I know personally for me,
The secrets are coming out.
I know personally for me, I didn't really like pursue it really, or like consider it a hobby probably till I was like 14 or 15, and like it was mostly because I was just really inspired by like the older bands. Like the first band I ever like recognized like the sound of, like I heard it and I was like, that's the band I know, like that's the band I know, that band. And that was like Pink Floyd. So I think that was
okay, cool.
a really big like inspiration, like the Beatles and stuff. So I think that was like, I was like listening to them, I was like, I'll start playing guitar, and then like I think it was just it was just a lot more of like it was like the first thing I did creatively. So that was kind of like that was kind of the reason I pursued it a lot.
Awesome. Like for me growing up, like I've always listened to like K-Earth 101.
Yeah.
And the oldies, the Motown artists.
There we go.
Yeah, like soul, that gets really like, that gets deep into it. I'm like, I listen to everything, everything there is. As far as like events, I mean, you guys been to the Gypsy Den, right?
Yeah.
And then what other events or what other places you guys play at?
Downtown Fullerton a lot.
Downtown Fullerton?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not as much now that we're recording a lot more, but we played at this, basically, we would call it like the house band. We were there, Max Bloom's little coffee place down there. And we this guy Dave actually did a bunch of fundraisers, or he did a couple of fundraisers for them that raised a bunch of money.
Wow, that's great.
Just to keep keep the guy going, keep the guy motivated, to stay open. So, but yeah, it was. That's all his doing though. He basically put that fundraiser together, and other than that, we played out in like Tustin a couple times. A couple times out here in Garden Grove.
Pomona. Cool.
Pomona, yeah.
Oh, Pomona. Okay, you guys go a little bit further out of Fullerton.
we drove some pretty far places.
Went to East LA.
East LA was.
Oh, you guys went to East LA?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was, and we didn't play for like 3.5 or 4 hours after we got there. It was just crazy. That was a crazy show.
Have you guys went to Down Sunset? Because there's like plenty as well. You guys went like going like deeper in the LA area, or like Hollywood?
We have not done a lot of those places yet.
You guys thought about it? Or?
Yeah, we have. We've had other friends do the same experiences and heard some stories, but we just haven't dove into it yet.
Okay, so you guys mainly just sticking around close to Orange County, playing. Cool.
Yeah, trying to get as well known as we can around here before we try to,
locally,
Get our image going.
Yeah, and just
take it step by step.
Just for the audience, I'm not sure if I mentioned this. They're from Fullerton, so very local and homegrown. So it's really nice that you're trying to just, spread that music here locally.
Mm-hmm.
Who writes your music? Is there a composer in the band, or is it everyone together?
Chandler's grandpa is the composer.
It's a group effort right now. Music, yeah, definitely. Because like I said, we all have so many different influences growing up, and we just want to put all of our ideas that we have, and that's what makes our music so, I guess, just, you can't even like put a genre on it because it's just all over the place, in a good way.
Yeah. Can you describe your music making process, if that's even possible?
Sometimes one of us will come with a song idea to the band, and then we'll kind of expand upon it in practice. And sometimes these things just come up in practice while we're just jamming,
So it's just very free flowing.
Yeah, exactly. So we like to develop all of our songs when we're playing, no matter like if somebody had originally wrote it or whatever. We get all the band in on it.
Yeah.
Until it's full.
How about you, Dave?
I think some of us are a big believer that the songs write themselves. So, some like Hayden said, we'll just bring something to the band, we'll jam on it for a while, and it just continually changes sometimes. Sometimes we'll stick with this or that. But if you listen to the songs on our EP, and then if you listen to them live, they're some of them are a lot different. Which is just just from playing them for like a year and a half now or so.
Are there any main topics or themes that you all gravitate
In songwriting?
Yeah, in songwriting.
I would kind of like how Dave said, I would say each song kind of writes themselves. There's some songs we have certain writing processes we will use for certain songs, but and maybe sometimes we'll have a certain theme that we're trying to gravitate towards. But yeah, we'll use word banks. Sometimes one interesting strategy we'll do is we'll take different pieces of literature, and you take little phrases or words and you write them down in a piece of paper, but you don't put them in any order that you can recognize. And then you take that piece of paper and you try to write a song out of that, and that's one strategy we've done before, and that kind of creates it's a weird
that's cool though. I think it starts the creativity flowing.
Yeah, it's like ideas you never would have thought of personally, but then you put them in different phrases and it works out. So we've done that, and other songs recently we've kind of just had an idea, and then we kind of just went off that, tried to to see what we can do with the theme, which is I feel a little bit harder.
That's true. Cool. Well, let's start with hearing one of your songs. The first song we're going to play is Peak. We'll play it, and then you could chime in on what was the process of that, and your story behind Peak and how that was made. So here we go.
All right, so we're going to be playing Peak now.
Well, the sun has said that you won't find me in bed. I got a pocket full of Lucy and tickets to the show. I'm strolling downtown, yeah, I'm ready to go. I don't need no sympathy. I'll just feed off the energy like I used to. She don't love me like she 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 used to. About my problems, but spare a few drinks and we can solve them. It's a new night now that we're through. I'm gonna spend my money, but not on you now. Sit back as we take it to the borderline. Relax, I'm only offering a good time, like we used to. She don't love me like she 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 used to. No, she don't love me like she used to. don't love me. No, no, she don't love me.
Welcome back to the local hub with Ready Teddy and Angio. That single right there was Peaked. You guys want to go ahead and explain how you guys made Peak?
Pete came from one day, we were in practice, and Hayden said, you know, we need to write more songs with riffs. And then he started playing this sweet bass line, and then I just started playing the riff, and then that's how we got
it's pretty much the
meat
entire
and
song.
potatoes.
Yeah.
So.
And then Chandler had this lyric that he had for a while.
Oh, a long time. Yeah. It was just I like writing melodies on whether it be on the piano or just singing them, and this one was stuck in my head for a very long time. I was trying to use it in whatever song we could, and it kind of just fit perfectly. And then we had a night where we just wrote, I think we basically wrote the whole song, I think, lyric-wise in one night. So it came pretty easy, but that's a pretty cool song, man. One of my favorite songs of ours.
Nice, man. What I like about your guys' tracks is it has its own different like mood setting to it, you know. And this one, you know, like we were discussing, this one is like a little bit more emotional kind of theme to it. And that's why, I mean, that's what I liked about it. This one Peaked.
She don't love me.
Yeah.
Was that inspired by a personal experience, or it just came about?
We've all felt not loved before.
True, I agree. It's a universal message.
I think it's just catchy.
Quaid needs a hug, I think.
It's okay, I feel you.
3 hugs, bro.
How has your music evolved since like the inception of your band? Do you feel like it's evolving, or you're still sticking to like the same mood and concept?
I would say generally we probably don't play the same thing like the same way twice, like exactly twice. Like we're like Hayden mentioned, we're a big fan of the Grateful Dead. So I know like personally I like to improvise a lot, even like whether in practice or live. So songs develop a lot. Pete is kind of like, I feel it's kind of reached this point where it's kind of like we kind of have like the general idea of how we want it to go. But most songs they typically don't. They usually change in a different way every time we play. There's usually certain parts that are similar, but they constantly develop, especially older songs. They're definitely not the same as how we used to play them.
Nice. So it's growing, it's developing little by little.
Yeah. It keeps it interesting for us, you know. I mean, I personally don't like playing the same thing twice. You know?
That's true.
Yeah, you got to.
It's a challenge, you know. It's interesting. See what you could do.
Nice, man. Nice.
Let's talk about you're all working on an album, right? Do you want to chime in on that?
Yeah, we've been working on an album now for the last few months. We've been releasing singles off of it steadily to keep some interest and some, momentum going. But it should be out sometime during the summer, and it'll be about a 5-song EP.
Awesome.
We all self-produce all the music, so the whole writing process, the whole recording, the mixing, the mastering, it's all done by us. So.
That's amazing. And also, I could also imagine it's challenging. Do you face any challenges in terms of being, it's independent, everything?
Yeah, independent everything. There's definitely a lot of challenges to it. There's also a lot of rewards to it. But, one of the things I think that is the biggest obstacle for us is just getting the music out there, getting people to.
And then that's one thing we chime in on this segment about promoting, how huge it is and how important it is. And it's really a lot of work, especially if you're doing everything solo, right? Or in a group, but it's all on you. So how do you promote yourself? Like, what platforms are you using? And just give any tips. Do you have any tips on how other bands or artists could promote themselves?
Right now, our biggest platform would be Instagram, I'd say.
Okay.
And then, we just try to, just post them on there. The local shows we'll try to, sometimes I'll go put up flyers around. Mm-hmm. But, the biggest challenge, I guess, is places don't want to promote their own shows anymore. Yeah. So they we play a lot of free shows, or most places they'll give you like drink tickets or whatever.
So
But
do they
they'll-
expect like the band to do
Yeah,
it?
I mean, places expect you to come in, not get paid, and then promote out of pocket
so it's all on
their
you.
show pretty much
Yeah.
to make in the end, them money. But I mean, there's a lot of different ways, flyers, Instagram, a lot of bands use Facebook, Snapchat. Yeah, Snapchat's getting big.
Yeah, I think we're on all of those platforms, including Facebook, Instagram,
Xbox Live.
Yeah, we are on Xbox Live, Sunday Brunch OC. If you want to play some Fortnite,
That
we'll
works.
be on tonight.
Make some connections.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Like, are there any future goals for your band? Like, how do you want your band to move forward? Right now, you're working on your album, right? Is that your priority?
That's priority number one right now. And then I think we really want to take some of this music,
Play some more shows.
play some more shows around here, but also kind of get it out on the road too eventually. Yeah. So that's definitely in our future.
Nice.
So go on a tour?
Yeah.
Do you have any plans, like where? Or what's your idea?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. How far do you want to go?
Exactly.
You want to go to England?
It would be
You
more
hear
of
it.
a local thing.
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be more. I would say like if anything we would consider it'd be more of like more on the West Coast idea.
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco, and because we do have like people that have like, oh yeah, like come up here, that'd be cool and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, just have it really like. I mean, obviously, that's kind of like more of a financial like investment into you have to make gas, make sure you
Yeah.
have venues to go to, or like make sure you're making profit by the end of it, or making sure you're like breaking even, which probably is the basic goal, breaking even. You know.
Break even.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe $20 short, for like that McDonald's run.
Is there any particular spot like you guys played at? Is there any particular spot that you're more comfortable with or your favorite?
The Gypsy Den was really fun.
Yeah, we
enjoyed playing there, but we play like Chandler said, that Max Bloom's location is really like we owe a lot to Max Bloom's because they let us practice there multiple times a week, and we played a lot of shows there.
Yeah.
And so that really helped us get on our feet as a band for like the first year that we were,
Cool.
Yeah,
still playing music.
We became really like it's about Matt Bloom's Cafe Noir, and we just were like we kind of became friends with the owner, and then like every Thursday we'd like practice from like 4 to like 7 or like 8, and it was kind of like we're practicing in front of people like drinking coffee and stuff. So
Well,
it was
that's
always,
nice.
Yeah, it was
that's
kind of like
pretty cool.
interesting, like you're practicing, but people
get
are
the
also like
behind the
watching you.
scenes, yeah.
They're like, oh, it's a cool show. It's like we're practicing, like
It's good.
So,
yeah.
but no, like that was definitely, if anything, that was definitely I would say our home base. Like we always kind of joked with the owner, like, yeah, we were the house band because we were just always there. So I mean, like that was definitely where we play a lot of shows there, and he always wants us to come back and everything.
Oh, that's
so.
cool.
And that's nice
really
that you
cool.
get the support.
Yeah, it was definitely like a local business helping. Like we've helped him out and everything. Like Dave has helped fundraise for him, but like he definitely helped us like support us like like with like allowing us practice. There's a practice space that's kind of hard to find for a band. That if anything, I'd say that's probably one of the hardest things for a band is to find like practice space. Especially
Especially our size.
especially your size. If you have 2 drums, that
Yeah.
could get
Yeah.
loud.
I was gonna ask you guys, was there any like past members or is it just you guys only that start off? Was there anybody that showed a little bit interest that you guys know of, or like anybody that really wanted to like collaborate?
Yeah, we had another piano player for a couple weeks. Then he moved, and we still want to try to get him back. But
Yeah.
we had a couple jams with him. I think we have a recording somewhere.
Yeah.
In the depths of someone's computer. But he was just one of those players that like he hopped on.
Yeah.
I think we met him through Carrie at Max Bloom's as well, and but he just hopped on the jams, and it was just he just brought it to that next level, and he was just he's just one of those. He plays he's a singer. He plays piano, guitar. He plays a lot of
Oh
stuff.
wow,
And
nice,
he's just one of those piano players that is just like
cool.
just phenomenal. So
We also have another drummer, my brother, Diedrich McClung,
Oh, Dietrich,
but
yeah.
he couldn't make it today.
Oh, okay.
Well, shout out to
he might
him.
be
Shout
showing
out.
up a little later. Dietrich.
He arrives like the last minute. We're done, guys.
If you're listening, bro, exactly. Your brother misses you.
What instruments are in your band? We have drums.
Bass and
Bass.
We got
What
2
else?
drums,
Guitar.
bass, 2 guitars, piano, singer,
Synthesizer.
and synth.
Well, it's a full band.
Yeah,
It's a big band.
since the new toy is pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
The new age big band.
How do you find time to rehearse? Because you all have school, work, like you all have your own life. How do you find the motivation and just time to do it?
I would say, to add on to what Carrie was saying, apart from finding a practice space, I think the second or maybe hardest thing for a band is just finding time for everybody's schedules to just line up. That's definitely a hard thing for us to do. We try to practice every Thursday.
Okay.
And so we get at least one solid day a weekend. You know, when the summer is going, we can practice a lot more often, 4 or 5 times a week. But during the school semester, it's a little more seldom.
Yeah.
So we get our show time and then we get Thursdays. So.
All right.
Nice.
How long are those hours? It varies.
We went all day yesterday.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
go all
wow.
day. Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
It's hardcore.
Yeah.
Just take a nutrition break.
Trying to skip work, trying to skip
Bro, and I was like, nah, dude, I have to pay rent eventually. Dude. Like, we're not doing that well.
And that's a challenge, right? Financial is a big challenge,
Oh yeah,
especially for
definitely.
local bands.
That was honestly, we were playing so many shows at one point. I was like, getting work off so much that I was like not making rent at some point. So I was like, yo, I'm like only gonna have like $60 or $20 after I pay rent. Like I need to work more and not play so many shows. But I mean, like that's a big. I mean, obviously I love playing shows, but it kind of becomes to that point.
Yeah.
That's one time.
Adulting.
Yeah, adulting. You have to adult a little more. I mean, it's cool when you make money, but like that's not a for sure thing. We play a lot of free shows. You get free beer though, so I mean that's kind of.
We do work for drink tickets.
You guys heard that?
More drink tickets.
There you go. I was gonna ask you how's school going for you guys? How's it going? I mean, is it you guys spend a lot more time doing school, or what do you guys
like
studying,
some of
or?
you are doing school, right? And
Yeah,
other-
some of us are doing school. Some of us are just working like full time.
Yeah.
And I know for me, I'm taking like 15 units right now. And it gets a little bit. I have a planner right now. I never used that before, so I have a planner now. And I'm adapting to it. So I mean, like it's definitely like I planned out my schedule where it's not too bad. Like I say, I have time to practice and everything, but it is definitely conflicting. And then I have to plan out work and then everything. So it's all that. So.
You really just have to create your schedule, right?
Yeah.
Really, if you want something, you have to work around things and really make time for it.
Exactly.
How about let's go into your second song? Your second song is Smother Me, right? Let's play that and then let's chime in about it afterwards.
Can we dedicate this one to Diedrich?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You're missing out, bro.
Let's do that. Thank you all for tuning in to the local hub. We're here with Sunday Brunch from Orange County.
Say what you wanna say. Spin is starting to slow, and so I'll go. You smother me. You smother me. You smother me. Separation is on the horizon. A better life for you and me. It's better if we're both set free. The time has come for a change. Your eyes say what you wanna say. The simplest of questions are the hardest to know. So I gotta go.
Yeah, so that was special dedication. So that was Smother Me. I hear with this music, I see like a theme of love. Do y'all want to chime in on that? Like, it just happened, or was this a reflection of just a? How did this song come about?
How did it really?
It was kind of a boof.
They're all like group efforts, really. All the songs in particular. I don't really remember who wrote the lyrics to or the "Smother Me" part, but
I do. It was Chandler. No, it was Hayden. That's right. Hayden. Hayden went to school one day, and because I don't go to school, I just sat in his room and started recording the main guitar part, and then he came back. Fixed the drums for me because I didn't know what I was doing with the BPMs, and then he started singing "Smother Me," and then I think Chandler and Hayden wrote the rest of the lyrics.
Yeah, we did one night.
And then yeah.
So it's always free flowing then.
always. Yeah.
That's nice.
I just have a bunch, like, notepad in your phone. I just have a bunch of different, any kind of lyric ideas, and it could all be chopped up at sooner or later when everyone chimes in. You can get it free flowing and get it sounding good. So,
is there any advice you want to give to artists that want to create their band or want to start this music journey? Like, what has been a good advice for you that someone gave you?
Start playing with other musicians. I think is like the best thing I could to give to, if anybody out there wants to do it, just get out there on Craigslist or to your local coffee shop that does open mic nights and stuff, and try to meet other musicians, because you really start to progress once you're starting playing with other people.
So I didn't even play drums till I met them. Like,
Oh,
I bought
wow.
a drum set, and then a week later.
This is a true story.
It's true. Actually, he did drumline in middle school, but we were hey, he's like, I got a drum set, I can play with you guys. I was like, screw it, we don't have a drummer at the moment.
It was really good.
Yeah, he was he was kind of natural. First couple shows, these guys who have been playing drums for a while, yeah, he's pretty professional. He holds it down. He's like, I guess, I guess I'm holding it down.
To me is like, wow, your drummer just really brings your band to this whole another level of professionalism.
You're like, I've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
No, that's like I feel like there's a lot of musicians out there who kind of hide their talent, or just are probably I'm not sure if it's fear or something that, they're holding back.
It was expenses for me.
Okay.
I was
Let's hear your story.
I'm sure I could play the drums.
So you had
but
it
I just
in
needed
you.
to buy
Yeah.
a drum set.
That's true then. It might be expenses then. Never mind.
No, I see what you're saying though. It's definitely if you how kind of playing off Hayden's point. If you going out and playing with other people is it's gonna make you better. It's kind of I feel just playing live. Practicing live. But it also makes you I feel like music. I mean, there's people who can create music by themselves, but I think generally most people what you can create is a lot better with a community effort. I think that's just general. Even a person that's like a Mozart, like a mini Mozart. Even still, I'm sure if he went and worked with somebody else, you could create a greater idea. And I think that's definitely if you got to be a new artist, that's probably the best thing. Just try to find people of like-minded, like-minded interests, to a certain extent, and then try to create something.
Yeah, and I think that goes for everything, honestly. If you're trying to make a business, trying to create anything, collaborating is huge. It's just increases the word of mouth, exposure, and just ideas in general. You feed off other people. So it's, yeah.
As far as people listening to your music, where can they listen? I know you guys have SoundCloud, right? Is there YouTube? You guys have any YouTube channels or?
We're on iTunes too.
iTunes? You guys do it through iTunes?
We're on iTunes. We're on SoundCloud. We're on Spotify too.
Don't be confused by the picture.
We're under the Sunday Brunch, but there's some licensing thing that Spotify is kind of hard to work with. So if you want to find us, we're under the Sunday Brunch, not Sunday Brunch. And there's another artist there. Look for our songs, Pete and stuff. You'll find us there.
Just to clarify, it's not Spotify. It's actually DistroKid.
Oh yeah,
That's
DistroKid.
giving us problems.
Yeah,
So
DistroKid.
if you're listening, anybody out there from DistroKid, if we could get a reply from customer service, that'd be really great.
It's been 3 weeks now.
It's been 4 months.
But I'd say most major platforms. I think I forgot Bandcamp. I don't know if we mentioned that.
Yeah,
But,
Bandcamp.
YouTube, we're getting on that, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna hop on that one. I know that's something that we've been wanting to do.
You guys gonna do like a music video sort of?
That
kind of
is
thing?
definitely the intention.
Yeah.
That is.
Some of our live shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of recordings of a lot of our live shows.
Okay.
Video and audio. So
Yeah, a lot of our live shows we have recorded.
Put it all together. Just put it all together and then put that up there, and then put once the album's out, we'll throw that up on YouTube. And
Cool.
we got some ideas for music videos.
You guys have any like videographers or photographers that you guys are gonna?
We
be
do.
working with?
We work with my cousin actually. His name's Harrison Humphreys, and he does a lot of our visual stuff.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So yeah, shout out Harrison.
Nice, man. Cool. As far as what you guys do, other than like doing music or playing Fortnite,
That's literally it.
That's your life.
or meeting every Sunday for brunch. Is there
Sunday
anything?
brunch.
Is there anything other like than like? Is there anything that you guys want to do together, like travel or like any other activities or hobbies?
Yeah, I mean, travel would obviously be up there with tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's definitely something we want to do.
We've all we did the Oregon Eclipse together last
Yeah,
year.
the
We
solar
did,
eclipse.
We
That's
followed,
Oh, cool. Awesome.
That's awesome.
We've mentioned we're Grateful Dead fans. We
Yeah.
followed the tour.
Of
and
Dead and
we're planning
Company.
on doing it
Yeah.
again this summer.
You guys,
So
cool, man.
yeah, more kind of music stuff still.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
It's some
traveling,
bonding
and it's
time.
more-
Yeah, we definitely
more
like
the
to travel.
adventure.
We like the last summer we traveled. We did the solar eclipse in August and everything. We did that, and then like we went up to like the redwoods while we were following
Yeah.
like, the Dead and Company, and that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. You know, it was we were washing in the creek and everything. A really cold creek, but it was nice. You know,
Freezing.
Does that
freezing.
inspire your music? Like those moments to like.
We actually bring
felt
acoustic
free.
music.
Yeah, we do. We bring our mandolin and guitar and like harmonica and stuff. So we get typically we play like a lot more like
Yeah.
electronic. Like we play electric guitars and I play the synth sometimes and stuff. So it's a lot more electronic typically. But like we do a lot more of like folk.
Bluegrass.
Yeah, bluegrass because out of like the lack of electricity, you know. we
Yeah,
have
that's
to.
true. You gotta work with things.
But no, yeah.
Who plays the cowbell?
That would be me.
More cowbells. More cowbells.
Wade has you covered on the couch. Let me tell you.
That's one thing I won't be saying about Sunday brunch.
Awesome.
Trevor has 2 cowbells.
Yeah, 2 cowbells.
6 cowbells.
Yeah. Sits
There you go.
Is there anyone you would like to acknowledge that has supported you throughout like your journey, as artists and musicians?
My mom.
Shout out
She
to
lets
the
me drum in
mom.
the house.
I'd say my parents too, more than anybody
Yeah.
else. If it wasn't for them, I definitely couldn't afford to do a lot of the stuff that I can with work and everything. But definitely.
I was gonna say Kevin from Matt's Blooms. That was
Yeah.
like Matt's Blooms Cafe Noir. So I would say he's definitely been a big support. Like he always says he's like, yeah, I love you guys. I would always hope you guys like go on somewhere else. But he always is a big fan of us. So I
That's
think he's
awesome.
been a big
Yeah.
fan and support. A lot of the Fullerton community has been very
Cool.
Supportive.
very supportive.
Eugene.
Eugene, yeah, shout out Eugene.
Who's Eugene?
Who's Eugene?
Where do we begin with
Yeah, where do we begin?
Where you at, Eugene?
He's just one of those Fullerton locals that every time he's at the show, he's got his arm up, he's swaying to the music.
Nice.
And, a lot of times he joins in with his own vocals in the background, and they're always on point. So.
Yeah, always.
You always know where to find him with the blonde dreadlocks.
Blonde dreadlocks.
If
If you ever see him play piano, it's beautiful, magnificent.
you want to have a good cry, go find Eugene and get him to a piano.
Eugene, please be my buddy. That's cool, man. That's cool. Should we have any? Is there anything else? that
Let's
we-
play the last song and then we'll come back, say our goodbyes, and any last words.
All right. Thank you guys for staying tuned to the local hub with Ready Teddy and Angio.
So up next, this is Free from Sunday Brunch from Orange County. Thank you for listening.
said you'd come and set me free, but I don't really feel free at all. Don't you come stressing me out with all the things that cause you down. Don't you go out searching for the other parts of me, 'cause I've told you all this before. I finally have been set free. I've been set free. I really feel free. I've been set free. Alright. I've been set free. I really feel free. I've been set free. Alright. Now that I've broken all my chains and set myself so far away, I realize there's more to this life. I'm gonna find a better day, better day. Don't you go out searching for the other parts of me, 'cause I've told you all this before. I finally have been set free. Yeah. I've been set free. I really feel free. I've been set free. Alright. I've been set free. I really feel free. I've been set free. I've been set free. Alright. Alright. You've been drowning out the better parts of me. I will find myself only somewhere I can be. There may be no help for you, but there's some for me. I will find myself only somewhere I can be. Yeah, yeah. I've been set free. I really feel free. I've been set free. Alright. I've been set free. I really feel free. I've been set free. I've been set free. Alright.
Welcome back to the local hub. Thank you all for tuning in. This This music is perfect for this rainy day. It puts you in a vibe and it's super chill, but we're here with the band, Sunday Brunch. We got a few more minutes left, so any last words, any shout outs, say your goodbyes.
I just want to hit him with the hind, give him a baba booey.
All right. I like that.
Thanks again for having us, guys. It's been really cool. It was our first time ever doing something like this too, so.
And it won't be your last.
Exactly.
So.
There you go. We're always here. We're always here for local bands, local businesses, pretty much anybody that's locally, actually. But yeah, I mean, we appreciate you guys being here. I mean, you guys are tons of fun. You guys have great music, man. I mean, you guys be yourselves, do your thing, you know.
Thanks, man.
And don't lose motivation. You're all really talented, so definitely just move forward with everything you have. Keep that passion going, and bring that good vibe to everyone that I'm feeling through your music. Especially these days, these cloudy days. I feel like this is the perfect music to just make someone feel good.
Exactly.
And don't let no girls break your
Feel
guys'
good
hearts.
music, yeah.
Be the heartbreaker. There you go.
Any last words? Anything else?
Yeah, we got a show April 7th. We're playing at 11 p.m. over at the Back Alley in downtown Fullerton. So, be sure to check us out if you're local.
Yeah. Or not.
Or not, they got tickets aren't that expensive for chains, so come on down.
If you guys want to follow us on any of our social media, you can do that at Sunday Brunch OC. That's Instagram, that's Facebook, that's Twitter.
Xbox Live.
Xbox Live. And stay tuned for more updates and an album coming out soon.
All right, thank you
guys.
guys
Again for having us.
Oh, you guys are very welcome. Thank you, man. All right, so I guess that's the end of the segment here at the local hub with Ready Teddy Angio. Until next time, you guys have a good weekend. Be safe, and hopefully we don't get that much rain going on, because kind of getting tired of it. We complain so much here in California, but yeah, I hope everybody's has a good rest of the weekend.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. It's always a pleasure. Again, next Sunday at 1 p.m., the local hub. And until next time.
Yep.